Hello, we are back today with some more art. We're going to work on our Sea King drawing for our story. Let's get right into it. I know we have a little bit we got to work on with this drawing still before we go over it with the actual hard line art. And also this is day 10 of drawing every day. Hopefully we can hit a year. Let's go. Oh. Oh, it was in reverse. Okay, that was weird. For some reason that happens. Let's see, where were we? I'm going to name these layers a little bit more intricately real quick. So H will be hair. Hair draft. I'll call it hair draft. I want his hair to be long and wavy. I'll call this accessory 1 draft. I'll just go ahead and make that one with the rest of the outfit now. Because again, this is just a draft, so I don't mind it being combined. One, I'll just call it top outfit half draft. And then we'll mute the color again, transparency, just to make it a little bit easier on us. And the reason I wanted to put their transparencies back up to 100 again before I did that was because if you don't, you might have a messed up layer where one is actually transparent while the other isn't, so that even when you turn one layer down, the other one will actually be completely invisible because you didn't turn it back up to 100 before you did it. So that is the reason why I did that. And I've made the mistake a few times myself, and I was like, oh no, I had to go all the way back, and then it turned out I couldn't go back. I had to I would have to load up the whole new save again, or I just have to redraw that whole part, and it's not very fun to do that. So be sure you turn your transparencies back up before you go merging things. Might want to merge this layer as well, since again we probably won't be working on that layer again. At least not for a bit, because remember, this is just a draft. Top half, merge the second. And the third, I'm going to want to make sure that's, again, max. And then I'll merge this. Now the whole outfit is one. Very nice. Like the way his outfit is turning out so far. I hope it's kingly enough. I want to strap in the front too, so it looks kind of like a robe or a dress in a way. But it's because he's a beta fish king. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna name this one facial face draft. I'll call it face draft. That's the facial features. I want to move those down a little bit. A little bit better that way. Then again, if his face is up more, that might make sense, because he's kind of like chin up. Oh my gosh, is that a pogfish? Oh my gosh, Rhea. What in the world? Okay, so then this is the body right here. I don't really want to combine that with the body, like the eyes and the face and stuff. I want to keep that separate. I'm going to call this body draft, so I know what I'm working with, and then I'm going to mute that again really low. So I just want a general guideline. I don't want like the whole thing showing through. Otherwise it's going to get a little bit confusing for me. Okay, that's a cleanup layer. I'll just call that lineart right away. Sketch. Oh, so that was gonna be... I might not need that anymore. I'm gonna move that to the bottom. There one, that was my colors. There's color one. That's probably supposed to be my color splotches. What would I call that one? I'll call it color splotch. Line art, body draft. 3, I want to call full outfit. Or I'm going to say top outfit. Oh, draft. I forgot about draft. Okay, so now we want to get the... Let's see. above body draft but below top outfit draft, and we're gonna call it bottom outfit draft. But actually, it will probably change a few times because we might have some other layers that will merge. Not sure what to do for his boots. I was actually thinking about Kudzen today. I think that for him, he'd have very specific shoes. And I am actually glad because I've been trying to figure out what shoes I'd do for him for the longest time. I finally came up with an idea for him. So I might also show that today as well. Okay. Just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Hello, Elvin Fable. Hello, Rio. What are y'all doing tonight? Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to darken this layer a little bit. I want just a little bit less transparent than his actual body, so I can see what I'm drawing on. Okay, that's the right one. Nice face, Rio. If Thalo had shorts, what would they look like? Probably be pants, though. I don't want it to look like damaged fins. I want his clothes to be pristine, but then any, like, signs of old age would be in the hair and the face. How about you were doing, like, baggy, but then tight at the bottom? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But the thing is, I feel like a lot of my characters are gonna have that style, so I'm not sure if I want to repeat it too many times. Like, it looks great. I really love the style myself, but yeah, I feel like I might overuse it otherwise. Maybe he can, like, switch between different pants, but, like... Essentially, part of his lore is that he's a sick undersea ruler. So when all else goes awry, there's still someone that they can turn to in the story. How about that? Does that look okay? They're like ultra baggy, but something that reminds you of a betta fish. Looks good? Okay, okay. It'd be cool to see a bunch of artists like draw their pet betta fish as well. Because like betta fish are very unique with all their different looks. I feel like it'd be different for each one. Next, you know, people will be out here making betta sonas. I feel like that'd be cool though. I don't know if I want this part to be outturned or inturned. I feel like it'd look better if they were like turned inwards, but I want this to have like some type of ankle support right here. Being a fish though, how would this look? I feel like it's almost like elven. Like something like that, yeah. Something that like goes up, like kind of like their fins. Something that wouldn't be difficult to walk in though. This part looks a little bit weird, especially because he's not like a Valkyrie or anything. Looks something like this from this angle. But you won't be able to see all those little, fin separations right there. I feel like that would be a little bit awkward to walk in though, no? He kind of looks like a mix of a king and a jester at the same time. Might revamp the pants and the boots. Oh, I forgot to do this part. Maybe his pants should be a little bit less baggy. See, what does this look like? The full outfit. I can kind of picture it, actually. I know for you, Rio, you said something about, like, webtoons. You like how they have, like, the really wearable outfits. You're like, oh, I really wish I could wear that in real life. Would this be something that you would think of like that? Yeah, I think I need to make the pants a little bit tighter and the shoes would be fine. Maybe no tip like that. At least not over here. Actually, that might be correct, though. That might be okay, actually. Yeah, I'll go over that again. Let me do this. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier for me to see now. Make sure I'm drawing in the correct layer. And then I'm gonna make these pants a little bit tighter. If only clothes making was this easy in real life, huh? Just like, oh, I want to make this tighter. You just like start erasing it and change it the way you want it to be. Okay, that looks a little bit better now. This looks a little bit more wearable. Maybe his shoe is a little bit off too. Let me do this. Because I think for this it's throwing me off. It's a slight curve upwards. When I want him to be full foot planting. Which he would not be in the current position that he had. So whether I move it up or down, I know it has to just have a full foot plant. Okay, that's way better. Oh, that's way better. Oh, that's way better. I actually would like that now. I actually do like that now. Let me do this. I would make it go up there. Maybe I'll just like curve it upwards and then I'll have a star on the tip of his boot. That's nice. He's definitely like a jester king though, if you ask me. I don't want to be too sharp looking, so maybe that's fine the way it is. Because sharp is not betta fish's friend. Let's see here. So if I have it like that, I'm gonna guess that it would be a little bit like this. So I said a star, I'd do a star like this. Star's a little bit too big here, so oh, the foot in general. Yeah, the whole foot in general. Let me see this right here. Something about this needs to come a little bit closer. But I also don't want to mess it up. It looks slightly better. Even though it doesn't really give the full effect of foot planting to me. I think I need to ultimately fix this star right here. Oh, you know what? I think I know what's going on here. Let me try this. I don't exactly want to do an upside down one, but that might be what's needed here. Considering I show one like this. Oh, I could just do like a half star too. Like 4-pointed star. I want to make sure that I give the effect of... Oh, you know what? Yeah. Since you can't see exactly the way that you'd be able to see it, I'm gonna have to do something like this. That works. Okay. And then I'll do this. No, I'll do this. It goes up like this. Just like the other foot. There we go. Oh, let me remove this little section right here. This divider. I don't want to do that. I think if I can get that to look any more fish-like, I will do that. Or I will opt for that. Or doing it more, what, feather or wing-like? It's not going to be exactly in the center either of this part right here. I think it's important to make sure I'm not doing like anything too wonky. Because like I could do this, but I don't want to do this shape. I want to do like this shape, like just a diamond, not like in pointed diamond. Kind of wanted to recreate the shape up here, except that one's a triangle. There we go. What do you think? That part might need some work. Hey, thank you, Rio. Is this something that you would like to see in like a webtoon? Something that you'd be like, oh, I'd totally wear that. Definitely. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because I wanted these two parts over here to strap in the middle. I'm trying to think, how can I fish theme that? Accessory 1. I need to make a new accessory spot. Accessory layer. I'll call this accessory 2 draft. And then I'll add like different embellishments around here. Maybe if I do these like little oval shapes. I think 3 is good, right? I should probably evenly space them though, so let me do 1 around the belt. 1 here. 1 here. And then... Oh, Let me do something real quick. I have an idea. I think if it was something like this, when you put that together, would that make the triangle shape? I'm trying to think. I think it would. Yeah, I like that in this formation, it kind of looks like a cape, but then like he can still use it as a full-on robe. I also want to hide his hair and do another hair for him. Hair draft 2. In fact, let me just use the same hair, but then let me turn it down really a lot. Let's do this to remove the confusion. I don't think I'll need this little thing now, this little tassel thing. Might be able to add that somewhere else, but not here. Because he's already got enough going on right there. Even hide the outfit altogether. Yeah, tight fit would be nice for the bottom too, I feel like. Could do a second version where he has like tight fit pants versus loose. The loose fit would fit a beta more, I think, though. Is the thing. It's like I feel like that would be better. Okay, so if I had to consider the roots, the hair. Okay, must be very thin, kind of like his side fins. Oh, how's about that? That works too, actually. Will this be his long hair form? Oh, I might keep this side thing. The other thing is I don't want to draw it too thick, but my pen keeps changing its pressure, not just me. Like I'm trying to draw it thinly, but then it just draws it really thick, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It might be because I have two monitors, which kind of conflict with each other. And then this part I want to be hidden by his longer hair. And yes, I'm noticing this is very thick compared to the other one on the right, so I'd like to stop that from happening by doing this. Like just smushing it a little bit closer. Make it look a little better. There we go. That looks much nicer. Move that a little bit closer to frame his face a little bit more. This one, since this side of his face is a little bit up, I want this to go up as well, because they're technically the same length, but... The physics. Talk about the physics here. I don't want his hair to be too messy, but... He is a sickly king. Sickly underwater king. This were to be up here somewhere, so this section of hair would be the one that folds over in the original illustration, which pulls this stuff back. Not quite like that. do this. I'll have it curve a little bit naturally like this, kind of like the waves. Then just a moment. Just a moment, just a moment. Sorry, I'm back. Okay, very sorry about that. I am back. I need to bring up my beer back screen again. I feel like I've done it like 3 times in the past few days. Thank you, Rio. But like, even though I've done it like the past few days, it's like I realized I actually did it for another game or another thing altogether that I streamed. I'm like, oh, so that's why it makes it feel like I've been doing it like multiple times this week. And I'm like, oh, oh my goodness. Okay, now we gotta work on more art. This part is gonna be interesting because I can just like, I can make this look better when I do the line art, official line art. See, I don't want him to have too much complexity to his hair. I feel like if I ever get my story to become an anime, people would despise drawing this character. The anime rendition, people would despise drawing him because the amount of stuff that he has on him. I mean, just look at it, Rio. Very complex design. I don't want the Genshin syndrome. Okay, so that's pretty much his whole design right there. Bring everything back up. Oh, I'm definitely gonna want to keep that down, actually. Rio, do you think this would work this way? Since I know you've worked with, like, clothes before. Do you know if this would become, like, a triangle shape when you put these two together? Like, when you pin it up? I feel like having these notches here would be what makes it become a triangle shape right here. When you button it. I could do, like, another drawing right here. See, like, I'd really have to visualize it. And I'm not into, like... Yeah, so, like, if you have it like this, and then they have these notches. Okay, let's make another layer for the notch. You have a notch here, like this, kind of open like that, the way he has it, open. And then it goes down here. If you were to take this, and then close it up, as if to button it, it might look more like that. But actually, if you're pulling it tight over the other one, it might look a little bit like that then. And the other one also has a notch. That notch is right about here. And then goes down like this. I took that notch and turned it so that it actually was underneath the other one. It would, kind of, I guess. That would be interesting. It's kind of what I'm going for. But that tells me that this needs to be a little bit more flat. Because for this to be the desired effect... Let me hide that real quick, and let me take this specifically. See if it's what he has right now. I like the innovative clothing idea. Something that's new. Copy. It kind of looks like a star shape, I just realized. At least down here, I mean, like. So yeah, if I were to do this and close it up as if it were, this is the center. So that'd be a little bit different. I need to change that shape a little bit. It wouldn't be just a notch. There'd be something else to it. Because if you're pulling this right here, this part is the one part you want straight. So what would that mean? That would mean I'd take this part, right? I'd make it like this. Something like that. You also want it to line up. Oh, hang on a moment. Okay, so what I want is I want to remove this now. I'm going to make something on another layer. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to copy that and then turn it. So for one, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to combine it with the other part, but I want to make sure that I pull them away first. And then I'm going to try to apply it to his outfit. Okay, so I'm going to merge these two now. Oh, don't merge them, don't merge them. I need to grab this one out first. And then I want to merge them. There we go. And then from there, I can see right here how it would go when you connect it. Oh. So if I made it a little bit more like that, it'd be an awkward looking shape like that. But it would give the desired look that I'm going for. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, so what I want to do then is I want to delete this part. Oh, not that part, this part. And then I'm going to want to copy this right here. And then flip it. Adjust it. Okay, so then if I turn that real quick to be like that. And then, yeah, pretty much that. Okay, so what this is gonna do now is I'm gonna grab any layers that were part of this. And this, I'm gonna make this a whole new thing by itself. So now this part, this part, this part, these three, I'm gonna merge them all, two. And now I'm going to hide the original pieces. I think I missed something. Go back. What happened? Oh, so 3, 2, and then 1. You copy all three of them though, it should do this. So now I want to hide this one, this one, this one. But then where's the other one? It's supposed to have, why is it copying it twice? Oh, it's hiding the layers, so I can't see anything. So this is correct. What I need to do is figure out what it's doing and why it's hiding the little top part right here. For some reason it's not copying what I want to copy. Now I want to hide the originals, but again, it's not copying the top thing for some reason. What is going on? That is really annoying. Hello? Copy? Confusion. Technically, I don't need that piece at all. But, that would be helpful for this. Hello? Where is it? Okay, so I guess I'll just copy these two since it doesn't want me to copy anything else. Oh, really? Now it's not even copy the other one at all? Okay, this is bizarre. I think I'm glitching over here. It won't even, like, backspace the things I'm doing over here. You know what? I'm gonna stay on this piece. Grab all these things. And I'll do this too. And then let's see if it actually does what it's supposed to do. Copy and paste. It's not even showing up now. Okay, that, that. Okay. Now we got this little thing going on here. I want to merge all three of these, since before it was not working. So now I have this little figure over here. I'm gonna hide it now, and then that's a little bit kind of like, wait, what? Why would you hide it at this point? Well, the reason I'd hide it is because now I have the shape that I need. What I need here is to copy this and put it over here, which means I will need to edit some things on the top outfit draft and the accessory 2 draft. Grab accessory 2 draft, move these a little bit down, aim them right about there, perhaps. But again, based on where the buttons are is where it's gonna, like, actually how tight it's gonna be. And if the buttons are right here, then yeah, you're gonna want to, it's gonna be a little bit interesting. It depends on the clothing design. I want to move this down now as well. Line that up. That looks about right. And then we got to delete this part right here. I don't want to take too much of the top, obviously, but we're going to delete this part, and then we're going to shift, and then we're going to do the other part over here. And then we're going to delete them both. Okay, that one ended up turning a lot taken away from that. Now we're going to take this over here, we're going to grab that. And we're going to try to line it up. I mean, yes, we're going to need to size it down a little bit to actually match. Yeah, it probably shouldn't open that much, seeing how it is right now. Keep it sized up, actually, because that gives you a good idea of how big it is. Oh, so I see what I can do here. I see what I can do. I could do this, but yes, it might pull some of my other stuff it shouldn't really pull. It's gonna be very interesting, actually, since I combined everything. It's typically why you don't want to combine everything, but actually, I could just fix it when I have... yeah, I could do that. Yeah, see, I can't just fix this because then I have to fix the rest of it. So I'll just keep it like this for now, and then I'll fix it when I do the actual drawing. Draft or not, I'd rather not have it even more confusing than it has to be. I could kind of get it set up like this, I guess, but it's kind of off. Like, that one's better than the other one turned out. Let me do this real quick. Move it back up to the size it was. But the thing is, at a certain angle, it no longer would become the same thing, right? No, that's not, wait, no, that's not how it works, no. I just need to line it up. That's my problem. That's good enough. Okay, we got it to work. There we go. We did it. Okay. Main design done. I don't know if I like this part of his long wavy hair. I might change that a little bit. Kind of like this hair up in a bun more. I think the problem with this hair is that he looks a little bit too healthy. And if he starts off sick, then you might not want that look for your character. So if I can just like... Let me see. I typically don't want to lock these down to the layer below it. Let me grab this real quick. I thought I combined those, darn it. Oh, okay, yeah, I can delete that now. Yeah. I can grab this now and I had another one. Did I delete that one already? Okay, I think I deleted that one already. I'm gonna put this towards the top. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Now I have the two ideas right next to each other. I'm actually gonna make a folder for that now because I don't want to have that in my actual draft stuff. Okay, just the parts I want to remove is this part right here. I'm gonna cut and paste. And then I'm gonna hide it. You see, that doesn't look that bad. And then this right here as well. Is this also his hair? Right here? I think it might be. It's funny because I don't remember drawing it out like that though. Okay, so here draft 2, I'm gonna also cut and paste that. Oh, I just realized, oh no. Hair draft, yep, I have more down here that I forgot to grab. Okay, let me grab that real quick. Cut and paste. Now, I want to merge all three of these because that was part of the same idea. No, I know I'm not going to be doing that now. So, I don't like that this covers his ear too much. Because he does have human ears. I want to add more gold bits on his design. So I'm thinking right about here. About his waist. He has like these gold little dangly parts on his shirt, but then I feel like he needs to have it somewhere else too. I was gonna do a silver hairpin, but maybe I'll do a gold one, and then I'll do the gold on his shoes. Goodness. Okay, let's fix this now. I don't know, maybe it's this apple-like shape up here with the I think they call it the ahoge. Ahoge up here. I may or may not want to change how it looks in general. But yeah, I feel like for someone who's sick, it'd probably be, his hair would probably not be so voluminous. Probably more ragged. Kind of like the way the front of his hair is. Or maybe like like this. Not too much like that. But that would be more of like more of a sick look, I think. You need to stop doing such thick lines. Okay. I think that part is done. I think that's a better look for his hair down look. And then when this hair is up, yeah, it looks better. I feel like he needs a pin in his hair though. Oh no, that's what that is. I almost forgot. Yeah, he has a gold pin in his hair. Which I didn't really get to throw this look very well. Because as you know now, it's supposed to be a little bit longer. Oh, I can overlap those a little bit. Yeah, okay, so that's what I'll do. So when I'm drawing over it, I will make sure the parts are pronounced that I want it to be pronounced. I still want to put him in the same pose, I think, just to keep it consistency, and then I'll draw him in a full-on illustration. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to add those little things right here. Not that. Actually, maybe that. Maybe it'll be something on his back. I just realized, yeah, I never drew his pose from behind. This would be really interesting. How would I do that? Also, I feel like from this pose, technically speaking, you wouldn't be able to see where his bun is. It'd be right about here. But for the sake of drawing the concept art, I put it over there. We can start by drawing his hair down as well. Okay. This will be interesting. Well, actually, I don't need to take that part. I need to take this part, this part, this part, and this part. And this is a, oh, just scrolled up. This is the part that I'm going to want to copy. And hopefully it doesn't do that weird glitch again. I just want to copy and paste all three of these, or all four of them. Let's see, I have the body draft copy, top outfit draft copy, top outfit draft copy, and then the hair draft 2 copy. So then what I'm going to want to do is I'm also going to want to take, where's this first hairstyle that we did? I want to put that also in here. Hair draft, this one? Yeah, this one. I'm going to want to take that and then I'm going to want to copy and paste it. And put that above hair draft, or below hair draft 2 copy. I'm going to hide that. Okay, and then from there, we're going to want to turn off everything else if possible. If we're going to be drawing the same location at least. But luckily for this one, I don't think we will. We're probably going to have all these things enabled. Now see, it might be easier for me to just do them one by one, because I might get confused. So for that, I'm going to turn everything down a little bit, and then I'm going to... Oh, I just realized I copied a darkened version of the body draft, which technically means that, yeah, the body will not be able to be turned up any more than it already is, which is kind of bad. But again, this is just the draft of the draft, essentially. Okay, so that is not the ones I want to turn down. Oh, okay, the body is fine, okay. Grab these things. Oh yeah, okay, so the first thing we're gonna want to do is move them at least. I forgot to copy his face, what the heck? Oh, that's right, never mind, I don't copy that, because this is from behind view. Okay, so yeah, there's no reason to do that. Goodness, did it really get messed up that much there? No, this is hard, because I have to, like, even it out. Something like that, but yeah, it makes me realize how much more off these two are. Okay, now I'm gonna click off of that. Keep him like that, and then this stuff that I have over here, I'm gonna want to flip around. This is gonna be the interesting part. I'm gonna turn everything off. Here draft 2, so that's controlling that. Oh, I only have the 4 up here. So this one, I'm gonna turn this one. Body draft copy. Oh, I had that one off. Let me grab this one first. Transform horizontal. Okay, I'll keep it like that for now, since I'm sure everything else will do the same exact thing. I don't want to move them around too much, unless I know they're in the exact same spot. I'm gonna grab this one now, and then I'm gonna transform. Okay, that's not exactly true, I guess, so... Where did I place this in the... Oh, something like that, yeah. Okay, so first thing I'm noticing right now, I'm gonna have to do this, and then I'm gonna have to draw that from behind. First of all, erase all that. These will be the knuckles. This will be the behind of his shoulder. Okay, so this is gonna be really interesting. I'm gonna have to redraw a little bit. Just a little bit, though. Essentially just, like, getting the shadow. And the shoulders. Head, I can turn that around. How would I do that? I'm trying to picture that. Since most of his hand is facing that way, that would be helpful to have it like this. Of course, I want to remove where the fingers connect to the hand because, yeah, that'll be the knuckles right there. Oh, that's right. So this arm is going to have to be drawn going closer towards us now because that's where it is. So I don't need to draw this reversed completely. That's gonna be so interesting. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hardly get to do this type of art, so I'm really excited to be doing it for once, but it's also really interesting because, as you can see, there's some minor complications. Now I'm gonna tinker around with this a little bit. I'm gonna keep that as a copy because I just don't want to mess it up, you know? The feet would probably be the easiest thing to do because, well, let's do that first because, yeah, this will be easier. Essentially, I gotta move this foot down and the other foot up. Helps the perspective. Helps with the, like, oh, this is a little bit further away. So yeah, this one's out more, out to the side more, so we gotta do that. We need to pronounce that more. Considering the angle he's at, yeah. I had to turn this just a little bit though. At least the top part. To line up. Yeah, right about there. This is pretty much just an illusion. His hips aren't that wide, as you can see. This would still be sideways, because it'd be partially visible, like, this part would be partially visible to us, like right here. You'd see like that. Other than that, it's not going to be seen that much. So you can even just, like, do that. But I get the point of where I'm drawing. So, next part. The kind of scary part. Where I have to draw this a little bit bigger now. I'm not going to remove that part, but I'm going to draw this a little bit bigger, and I have to reverse the hand. The shoulder should stay the same, pretty much. The part that's going to be interesting is this part no longer overlaps this. This part overlaps this. So, essentially I gotta remove that. This part of the arm now overlaps from behind. If that makes any sense. And then back here, of course. I feel like I made his arm a little bit too big, so I gotta go back and change that now. Just a little bit too big. I gotta change it. Just actually messed that up. Okay. It's a little bit smaller. It's just the general effect. Turns like this. See, if his hand's like that, so the thumb would be right about over here. Pretty much that. I gotta remove this though to remove illusion I'm still seeing. I'm not the most experienced in drawing from behind, but because I usually draw from the front, front view only. Let's see. Okay. A little bit better, but I might need to move that down. The head is the only thing that's throwing me off now. Because obviously that's screaming, I'm looking in front. So I want to turn that around. I actually think this would stay the same. He is aiming that way still, so yeah. Let me fix that. Thing about this is you'd see his ears now from this angle, so and there we go. That's pretty much how it works. Trying to get it to be seen from behind. No, you know what? I might want to move that closer to the other model. But now, you know, that was the easiest part right there, was the body. It's gonna be a little bit different with everything else. I'm slightly more used to doing like that with the body. But when it comes to the clothes, it might be a different story. How we can turn this one around? Let's see. This one will stay mostly the same. But as I was saying earlier, let's change this now, because yeah, it's a little bit different. It's angled a little bit different. Let me just do this. Rather than redoing the whole thing again. And because of the angle here, it's kind of making it so that I might see a little bit more from this angle. Like right here. Rather than the angle I was seeing it before. Just be a little bit more streamlined there. Still want to have that little natural curve. which is really hard to give it that with the eraser as big as I have it right now. I kind of prefer the eraser I have. There we go, a little bit better. Okay, so this is gonna be a really interesting part right here. I might not repeat this pattern. I might just keep it like all the way up. Actually, but the pattern has to repeat somehow, because you know, over here it does that. But what does it do when it reaches the side? And this is why you make a side view. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this might make it a little bit easier. So I'm noticing something here. They're not exactly like exact. Oh yeah, because I moved one up, one down. Yeah, that one was meant to be a little bit longer. This one's a little bit longer. Oh, yeah, so I moved this one down a little bit. It should be up a little bit more, technically. That's just throwing this one off. But remember, since I resized this leg, I have to resize this pants, too. To resize it. To match the fact that I'm doing it the other way now. To which I would say, comparing this isn't a complete side view. That's why I said I might need to do a little bit more this way and hide this more. Also bring this around to the front. And then I need to show, probably need to show a little bit back here concerning how much I show here on the side. So I need to show a little bit less on this side, but more on this side of the shoe. It looks really awkward at this stage, but it's gonna be fixed. Oh yeah, this leg has to be dominant over the other one now. So before his right leg was over the left because of the pose. But now that'd be reversed. Due to the fact that let's see. Due to the fact of that the pose changed now. There we go. Thank you, Alvin. Oh, how'd the stream go, Alvin? Oh, I might need to turn a little bit. Went good, had fun. That's cool. You think you'd stream it again? For sure. Oh, cool, cool. I definitely watch that. Yeah, right now I'm making a character sheet for a new character. It's very difficult trying to make the behind view, but I prefer to use the resources that I already have now. I'm gonna cut this little tip off real quick. Actually, I make this mistake too much. I'm gonna do this. Do that below. But now I'm gonna cut that part off. And now I'm gonna work with it. I'm gonna keep this on actually, but make it really dim. There we go. That's like exactly the look I was trying to go for. Only thing is, I do need to expand it just a little bit to match the toes. Make it a little bit smaller for that reason. Gotta funnel into the right look. Let's see. Okay, that's a little bit better now. It's more of the angle I'm going for. But now what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to cut this part. This part would have to change with the angle that we're going from now. I feel like you'd hardly see it at this point. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that piece now. So it's still the same shape and everything, but we just gotta cut it there. That's about it, right? I might have accidentally turned it a little bit much, but oh, let me do this. Yeah, okay, so pretty much it had the same positioning, but what I just needed to do was move it that way. Possibly a little bit down like that. Yeah, no turning though, no turning. Turning is what made it get thrown off. Okay. I know turning threw it off, but this also might have thrown it off. Let me grab this again. Because looking at the position, how this kind of like hugs this part right here, where it starts going up, I want to recreate the same kind of look on this side, which means I might need to turn it a little bit. And then for that, I might just do this. Separate the two pieces. So I want it to look the same on both sides. Might not have drawn this second one big enough. Right, this is the side again, so... I want it to be about exactly a diamond shape, so definitely not increasing the parameters at all. Like that, pretty much. Yeah, yeah, like that. There we go. Fixed it now. Hooray! Fixing our art. There we go. Now, coming from that point of view, I did say we should probably move this a little bit too. Just a little bit. Because that could have been what was throwing it off as well. And then, right down here, we also kind of want to... this is going to offset it a little bit, okay? It's going to look a little bit weird for a moment. Essentially, the heel should be a little bit bigger looking from this angle. I think that should be enough to fix it. But again, just like this, how the priority now becomes the left leg and not the right. The problem with this is now you have to cut away a little bit of this in order to fit this piece. Let me do this real quick. Move you right there. So then we're going to grab this piece right here, and then we're going to move this in front priority. Now, yeah, we'd be able to see the underside of that shoe right now. But this needs to be the part you'd see the best. The back of the heel. There we go. It's not gonna be perfect, but better than I usually do for this type of thing. I did want to get straight to drawing his line art tonight, but even if I just get to do like a back reference, that would be better than not doing it. Because usually I want to go back and draw one of my characters again, and I'm like, how do I draw that again? So it'd be really nice to have a clear cut, like, okay, this is how I drew him last time, this is how I'm drawing him again. Again, it's gotta be level with the foot. See a little bit more over here. I don't want to do it like too much that way because I know it's gotta line up right about, probably line up right about there, so you wouldn't actually see that much of the foot, like I was saying at first. From this angle, at least. Because we still gotta remember, this is pretty behind of the foot. And then I'm gonna cut off this section a little bit. I'm still gonna make sure that that's like there, but it's not gonna be as pronounced as, say, well, the other side. Like right about that. And I'm gonna move this as well because I noticed that this is kind of not right. For this part at least. Oh wait, no, this whole spot right here. Never mind. I'm gonna remove that whole thing. Because both those spots back here come to the end of the shoe, which, yeah, then it wouldn't be that big right there. Okay, so yeah, we funnel it down like this then. Yes, I will have to turn this a little bit. I'm also gonna smash this down into itself because it's gotta be more, it looks more like it's floating up, which is not the look we're going for. Yeah, let me grab this whole thing right here now. And then fix that a little bit. Just kind of have thick ankles, but not going for that thick. I'd like it if the boots kind of hug the ankles like this. Like how you can see this. And just like how we can see that right there, we're going to want to see that in a moment. And then, since they're all going the same kind of shape, it might be better just to do this, and then do that. And then right about there. And I think I'm showing too much on this side. Again, I think I need to show less on that side. Considering the angle we're going for, once again. Move this a little bit up. Oh, actually, that might help. So I'm going to remove this line for the depth. It was helping with the depth at first, but right now it's actually not helping me. It's actually messing me up. And yes, there are times when certain lines you have will mess you up, so better to either hide them or remove them altogether. That helps you better process like where you're working. You know what I mean? Okay, so I need to grab this and move it a little bit more down and a little bit more, a little bit less pronounced. This would be a good time to use the perspective tool. I don't want it too high up, if you know what I'm saying. Like that's about good for a height, but then I'm gonna redraw over it. Especially so when I get the next part. The only place I'm gonna want that depth line is right about there. There we go. Okay, one of the harder parts is done. Question is, how do I want this boot to look in the back? Do I want the whole thing to start over again? This should be pretty close to seeing this part right here. So I'd like to figure out if this would actually be as close as I have it right here right now. So I feel like it would be a little bit more like this for what I'm going for. Which means I'd have to see the start of how it looks in the back. To which point I wanted to have it kind of stay low and then go back up again. Otherwise, I could just have it like this, where it just goes straight back up to the same thing again. Because if I do that, then I'd have to increase this spot right here. Essentially, if I remove what I just did, I can do this. I can just make it easier on myself and do that, because I don't really have any other idea what I would do with that. Where I just do about essentially that. So you have the same shape going on. And then I just complete it down here. And then it would continue again back up this way. But if I did do that, then I'd like to not only fix the sock right there, but also make it so it's not exactly the same. So I'd make it about kind of like that from the back. Oh, maybe this is where I can finally add those other things. Yeah, that'd work. There we go. Even do like something like that for the boots or something. Again, I don't want the boots to be too complex, because like the rest of his outfit already is. In fact, I don't think I even want to have these little line stripies on his socks. I think I just want that to be part of his pants. Yeah, I think that looks better. Oh, Oh. Oh, I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. Okay, so oh my goodness. I gotta figure this out real quick. So I noticed something. Of course, this is gonna be like this pretty much again, right? Same kind of like, okay, goes up right here, goes out kind of like that, right? Well, I just realized something. I will show it in a second once I clean this up. Let's see here. Okay, I'll leave it like that. So this part right here is where this is supposed to rise up and become, yeah. Okay, so it wouldn't look like that at all. Right there, it wouldn't look like that at all. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier on me. We almost had finished pants and boots until I realized that. Until I realized that, at least. Man. Clothing design. Okay, so essentially this is all I'd see from this side. So I would get to see what it looks like from this side now. Of course, yeah, so I just realized something as well. This would be like this. considering how the first panel, or how the first idea of him looks. And it would be cutting down into this little space right here, as you can see there. And then we have the second piece. Where's that finish? Right about, like right there. Right there with the, where the cutout is on the boot. And then down there. Let them have a sharp look to them though, not that soft, like sharpy. Sharp look. Sharp wings. And then by the end of this thing, maybe I do need to move it down then. Because yeah, I was fooled by that at first. I adjusted it, but then of course, yeah, I had to realize that there was more to the shoe. That looks about right now. Okay, that looks about right now. Yeah, okay. Right about there, and then you just end it right there at the boot, too. Maybe there's this, like, this triangle that you can see of his skin still. Okay. I think that solves my issue as well. You know what? Yeah, I think I just realized something with this one. Okay, yeah, that's much better. That's much better, much better. I do have to fix where the ankle is though, so before I do that, before I finalize it, I gotta grab this and kind of move it up more. Of course, angle again. So, yep, that. Let's move the foot back up first, actually. Okay, let me fix this. Okay, that's significantly better than what it was at before. So now I have to recreate what this looks like on the other shoe. This is going to be interesting. I knew something was wrong, but man, that's a pretty big mistake. Oh, let me change this as well. Make it more flush. Okay, that is a little bit better. Now, I do have the option. So from that view, that's what's happening right there. This is really hard, man. Really hard. If need be, I will move on to another part of it. feel like I did space the legs a little bit more than they should though, so let me do this. A little bit down more. A little bit more in too. Because they're not that far apart. Okay, there. Oh, I just noticed another thing. Oh no. Okay, so I had this at the right level, but I needed to fix it. Okay, so essentially, the right level, so that would mean right about here to here. I don't know if I want to do 3 or 4. You try 4. You don't want it to go too far though, because then it encroaches on the other slot. Because I want to be able to stop like that abruptly. Like that. That's a little bit better than what it was at before. Move this down a little bit because I can see where that's going. It's not exactly right. There we go. And this is my first time making a full-on character sheet, so I know it doesn't have to be like perfect or anything. But I prefer to have it pristine enough to look back on and know I can draw it. Now this is the tricky part. I'm trying to picture how would this look on the other side. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Let me do this. How are we doing this? Let's start a new layer just in case. That's what it looked like on that side. You can kind of see it ending already, which means back here, right at the ankle bone, it would go finish right halfway, and then right here at the end of the ankle bone, it would go up. Okay, so it'd go up right here, right about here, right? And then, yeah, right at the back here, I have you can see like the end of his pants. Let me go up a little bit further. right here about, you can see the end of his pants, which means I also have this too long. I'm gonna grab this and this now. Move them up a little bit. Just so I stay consistent with the height. Okay, so inside the ankles is what's protected by the extra feather thing right there. I mean, somehow that connects to this, which might be might look something like this. It might look something like that, even though it'd probably be right about here that it would go. Oh, that's right. I drew this on a whole other layer. That's cool. It makes it a little bit easier on me. Okay. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay, so I'd say we about figured that one out. That was tricky. It was tough. Character sheets or something. Oh man, these shoes are something else. I think I'm gonna be the one who tries to come back and draw my character and I go, oh my gosh, how did I draw this? I'm gonna be the one dreading drawing it again. Oh my goodness. At least in the illustration I planned for him, you're not really gonna be able to see his shoes that well. But even then, now I have like a reference, a visual reference for that. Let's see, would you still see that from the front a little bit? I feel like you would, considering how far back this goes. You'd probably slightly see it coming through over here. Oh, wait a moment. Even from right here, I captured that. Oh, come on, that would have been easy. So I put it there, yeah, oh my... Well, oh my goodness. Yeah, wait, so... that's a little bit confusing. Let me work on this again. This part right here. And that needs to go up a little bit more. Because if I really do want to have it like that, it's gonna have to go like up, up. Something like that. Okay. Okay, and then over here we're gonna fix this part. Where you'd see it just a little bit. Pretty big, so pretty big wings. And then you'd see just a little bit. There we go. Okay, one of the harder parts is finished. Let me grab the body underneath as well, because I noticed that when I grabbed it earlier, it wasn't exactly in the right spot, which caused me some trouble in the art. It's not gonna be exact, of course, because we had to draw it differently. And now, honestly, maybe I'll just keep the leg where it was, because that, I could just, like, cut that out. It's just a draft, anywho. Okay. Yeah, wait a second. So that's another concern. Is right here, it's supposed to be a little bit more flat. Only thing for that is... Ooh. Okay, so I need to make it look a little bit more flat. Because these shoes are a little bit flattened at the bottom, making it a little bit more comfortable to wear than something, say, like normal tennis shoes. It's gonna be like completely flat at the bottom. I wanted the back to be a little bit less like this, though. I wanted to have a little bit more smushed together. So if I can do that, that'd be nice. Smush the back kind of more. But then, yeah, there's still the problem that it would be too thick right there. It's not that it wouldn't be thick right there, because, like, you can still see that there would be some level of thickness. The problem for me is knowing that, yeah, it'd be thick right there. Yeah, something like this. Something where you'd be able to see that it does flatten out on the side. Maybe if I turn this just a little bit. Maybe? Okay, you know what? I'll keep it like that and then I'll work on the next part. I just don't want it looking too much like it was wrapped. Because his feet aren't wrapped, it's like a... Let me change the way this looks a little bit. Yeah, something more like this. Something more like this. But then I don't want to hug up. I want it to hug up here and then to flatten out as it goes. It looks a little bit better now. Okay. I can live with that. If I notice anything I think I can change right away, I will change it, because I don't like knowing that something looks really weird. Oh yeah, that's right. That's not to be erased right there. Yeah, so I'll keep it like that, and then I'll keep that in mind for when I'm drawing it. I think what's actually wrong is the front point of view, because I need to stretch that feather a little bit more to give this look that I wanted to have over here. Otherwise, I could, like, shrink it over here, but I actually like that you would be able to see it somewhat over here, like, wrapping around a little bit. Not that the whole boot itself is a wrap, but, you know. I think we made some good progress so far. Okay, I think I'd like to continue a little bit. Now that we're finally done with the pants, we can start with something more, something less technical, I want to say. Okay, that's nice to know that's done. Okay, this one, oh my goodness. Whew. That's one thing to break down. Okay, could be interesting. Let's just take a deep breath real quick. Oh my gosh. I don't think I transformed this one. Yeah, I didn't transform it. Oh boy. You gotta fit the whole thing. Oh, that's right. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a little bit difficult. That should be about it. I didn't realize that these weren't like lined up. And oh, now I can see it. Oh my gosh. It is until you reverse a drawing sometimes, huh? So for this part, I would say we take this right here and then we move it more behind and then let me separate that actually. Just so it causes less complications. Let's move that behind. And this one, we're going to be able to move now. Oh, yeah, I'm actually able to show like the full length of it now. I have to start at least at the same point, so. Keep it like that. I think same case for this one right here. We're gonna have to like move it a little bit. I'm actually gonna want to reverse that one. I'm gonna want to reverse this one right here. Oh, yep. We gotta reverse that. Oh, yep. There we go. Okay, at least just a little bit. We gotta reverse that. A little bit more streamlined now. Oh, I forgot to fix this part right here. Let me fix that one spot. So now that we just remembered it, time to fix it now. Now, while I can only work on this for a little bit more tonight, I would like to do more. Either tomorrow or the next day. And I still want to work on Fields of Mystria, and I know we are also going to have more XIV soon as well. Probably Aaronville's Journey. Okay, so again, for this issue right here, We don't want that showing up first. We want the outside arm to show up first. So actually the crimp in the elbow would be right about here. I don't know how tight I want this part to be. I might make it a little bit more loose with the next line art we do over it. Might get more loose. But also then again, this is probably actually way more loose, but if you notice right here, this shirt kind of cuts it off. This overshirt makes it a little bit more tight up here, so that's my justification for it not being as tight. Or as loose, I mean. Now, as for this spot, I think this would actually be even more inward. At around this point, exactly. Oh, okay. Let me do that. Something like this would be slightly more accurate. Slightly more accurate. Yeah, I need to move it a little bit more. That'd be way more accurate. Considering how much is being shown. Now, I did know I was supposed to reverse this at first, but I might want to reverse it again because noticing the bend of the arm, which would be a little more like that. A little bit confusing, but you wouldn't see this part right here, but actually anything behind, let me like dim that a little bit. Oh man, this could be really interesting. Oh. Oh man, oh. Okay, Hmm. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna want to separate this again. Kinda wish I kept a separated version. Might even have to redraw the whole dress. But that's alright, because that was kind of inevitable from the beginning. Parts I'm thinking about is this right here. Oh man, it's so big. See, at first I only want to grab like just this, but then I was thinking, oh, there's the whole stringy thing, and then the back part of it, of course, which is very important. See, this is what I mean. Preserving the string part is really important. I think like this, I don't really get to. So I'm going to copy this and then paste it. I'm just going to call it 4 for now. And then, yeah, because I want to make sure I have everything intact. Okay, so now I'm just going to make sure I just get this string in here. Even though I'm probably going to take other pieces with it too. The idea is just to get the string with it. Okay. Copy, paste. I'm gonna call it 4-2. And then keep it off. Go the copy again. Do this. It's gonna look a little bit hideous at first as well, cause oh man. Then I can combine it again afterwards, but I might not want to, because if I'm doing a side view as well, then this is gonna get really messy really fast. And man, I cannot see anything when that thing's in my face. Oh my. Not get the string in there this time around. Even though we are gonna get a little bit right here. The main idea is the dress part right now. Just this part too, not the inside. Just this part. This could be very important. Oh man, this is gonna be really interesting. Oh no. I'm gonna get part of the sleeve in there. It's gonna make it slightly more confusing, of course. Copy, paste. Call it 4. Cut 5. Cut 5. Keep it off, and then go back to the alpha draft copy. Go to. Oh my goodness. You know what I just realized? This is essentially like cutting a VTuber model. Except it's not completely finished. And then I'm gonna do this. Grab the string. I just did not get it at the top. I want to get it all the way at the top for me. And then. Oh man, seriously. Just want the string. Why did I have to make so many things involved with it? Right here. Okay. Now we're moving. Please don't grab something else. Oh no. This is getting really hard. Okay. I did get a lot of surrounding stuff. I'm gonna call this 5-2. Man. Oh, I just realized I have to redo the whole angle on those tassels. Which isn't gonna be bad, but it's gonna be interesting. Oh boy. The dress is gonna appear a little bit differently as well because, you know, it's kind of separated in 3 different parts, each 3 tiers, so 3, 6, about 9 different parts of the dress. And of course you wouldn't see this part in the front, but what in the world would be on the back? That's a good question. What would be on the back? I have no idea. I'm gonna want to copy and paste that sleeve as well, because that's also gonna get in the way. I gotta clean that up immediately once I get that out. Since this would be the same on both sides for that, that's okay, but as for the back, it wouldn't have this here. Like, it would have it up like this, but it wouldn't have it there. Okay, so I just realized I never completed like the full-on sleeve on the last one. There it is. Now we're going to copy and paste that. We're going to call that sleeve. I know, I named other things numbers and then this one's just sleeve, but it is what it is. And after, I'm going to hide the main part and then just work with all the little tiny components that I did so that I know what I'm doing. Well, I want to hide most of it, but see, some of it's still connected. If anything, I could grab things that are still on the same layer, but that would technically mean everything, so I don't know if I want to do that. Just realized I never completed this right there. Okay, so I want to complete that. There we go. Actually, since it's like crimped up there, I don't know if it would actually look like that. It'd probably be more like this. Because it has to be like able to go down a little bit. So actually, it's hard with this kind of fabric. I really like this kind of fabric, but it's hard to draw. Because it likes to hang like that. I feel like it looks very graceful and pretty, but it's hard to draw. Technically, I don't know if this part would even be floating at this point because it's so heavy. Heavy, but like light at the same time. And that might be the wrong angle for what I'm going for as well. To which, I might as well just redraw this whole part if I want to do something like that. Something more like that would be more appropriate, but of course I didn't do any of the fact that it's a 3D object. I think it just becomes a little bit more confusing to read at that point. When the point is just being able to read the character's design in general. I think it makes it just a little bit too hard to read. You see what I mean? Like, even that's okay, but like, I don't really want a distinct form for this sleeve, because the sleeve is very loose. Okay, oh, that's right. Oh, actually. So since I'm not doing a full-on behind view, the sleeve is okay, but everything else, this one's gonna be more covered right here than it is right here. So that's gonna be really interesting. Might have to reverse the dress. I would say, let me do that right now, but there's a lot of components to it right now, so I might want to separate them all first. Okay, so I have the two tassels, I have that. I think what I'm missing now is like the stuff in here. Which is gonna be really interesting to get, because like, I have to walk around a lot more things, essentially. And like, even if I take a little bit of the tassel, it's okay, but typically I don't want to take that when I'm going through this process. I want it to be as clean as possible. Of course, now that's not gonna happen because that giant tassel's in there. I cut it off for this part, but yeah, okay. Now I have that part. Copy paste. B CK ground background grnd background dress. I'm just gonna say that. And then we have that. Very nice. Was that everything now? Oh no, I think I forgot to copy this part up here. So I wanted to have this separate, but I didn't get to do that because, of course, well, everything's combined, so. Now, if I could do this, that'd be great. So I don't need this part right here. Copy paste. Shirt. Of course, you're not going to be seeing the shirt, but I still would like to know where that would sit. So now I can hide that and bring everything else back, pretty much. At least for the rest of the shirt. I think it's going to be a little bit easier to work with the back part first, actually. Darn it. So I might as well cut this part out right here. This whole thing. Now I don't know if I got the sleeve either, actually. So let me grab the sleeve first. Should I count that as a sleeve? Okay, let me grab this. Let me grab this right here. Armpit. All this. Let me count that as a sleeve. And then... Oh, I'm not on the right one. Okay. Copy, paste, hide, sleeve, right. Sleeve R. And then over here, same thing, same deal. I grab... I don't remember how far I took, but I'm going to take up to here at least. Where the armpit is, and then take right here. And I think I got the rest of the arm, so I'm actually just gonna do this. And then I'm gonna copy paste and call it sleeve L. Hide it. And then I'm gonna take this in case I need it. Cause yeah, essentially everything is gonna be hidden. Except for what we had before. Now I might not want to do this, but I might do this where I like keep certain parts of the design on the back too. Like the front and the back. Might want to do that, I might not want to do that. I'm gonna call it headrest, even though I know it's not what it is. Or at least it's probably not what it is. Okay, so this part will be the easiest to work with when we next get to this art. Oh my goodness, the amount of layers I made. Okay. I'll move this above that now. Move this. Bottom of it. Okay, I guess that works. Okay. Okay, so I think that is where we're gonna end it tonight. If that's where we're gonna end it. I'd like to work more on this tomorrow, possibly? Maybe I'll do a half stream, half Fields Mystery, half this. We'll see. Or maybe Final Fantasy in this. But yeah, I think this is gonna be the end of our day 10 stream. Gotta start getting ready to sleep. Get a snack or something. Alrighty, thank you all so much for watching. I had a lot of fun drawing, and I hope to finish the behind part of the whole art possibly tomorrow. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. See you all next time. Have a great night. Yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.